Happy mid-morning, gang. Okay, we're going to do a early video here for the simple reason that this is a good topic to bring up that one of y'all suggested, and I thank Theron for bringing this one up. A lot of you guys know earlier this week I went in for a hearing test, an audiology test. Hearing issues from time in the Army, etc., etc. Not surprising, a lot of us have it. It's what happens when you're around rifle fire and artillery and tanks and God knows what. All right, you get hearing issues. So the funny part was, I went in to the audiologist, 2 hours driving for a 10-minute test, and when I was done, I asked the doctor, I said, okay, can I discuss this with you? And he's like, no, I can't tell you the results. I have to send those to the VA. Interesting. Okay. Now, eventually they will go to my doctor and I will be able to get them. All right. But here's a catch. Under federal law, you have the right to see and get a copy of your medical records in full. Okay. Regardless of whether you have a provider or not. You go into the local ReadyMed or emergency care clinic or whatever you call it in your neck of the woods, and you have a right to documentation to whatever they did. Okay. It's getting a lot more important that maybe you get a full copy of your medical records. Now, how far can they go back? All right. And chances are, like me, like most people, have seen multiple doctors throughout my life. You've had multiple tests done, shots given to you, whether you've had surgeries or, Christ, I could go back to having spinal meningitis when I was 7 years old. I doubt that I'm going to find the medical records from that, okay? I had my appendix out, whatever. It's things like that. But the reason why it's important, and Theron brought this up in a email I got from him the other day. Do you know your blood type? Do you know the rest of your family's blood type? Do you know your spouse's blood type? Do you know your kids' blood types? Maybe you do. Do you know the blood types of the other people in your mag? Probably not. Okay. I don't. All right. But I'll give you this. In any sort of SHTF situation, we are going to have a problem with medical information. A doctor is not going to administer blood if you need it, okay, if they don't know your blood type. Chances are there's not going to be a testing center to figure it out. And any medical professional is not going to go, I'll guess. Now, there are some people that are universal donors. There are people that are universal recipients, depending on it's O-type blood, depending on whether you're positive or negative. But what if somebody's AB negative, or what if somebody's B positive, or however? Do you know? Okay. What about allergies to medicine? Do you have them? Okay. Some people may not. Having the medicines is great, but what if you're incapacitated? What if you've been, injured, shot, whatever, and you aren't able to tell? You may know your blood type or what medicine you're allergic to, but you may not be able to tell the doctor, the nurse, the whoever is your medical person information. Oh my God, they've got an infection, they're running a high fever, they're passed out, give them penicillin. Oh, they're allergic to penicillin. You just killed them. Okay. Oh, they got shot. We need to give them blood or whatever. Donate blood. Who's the same type of blood? What type of blood is the person laying on the table? I don't know. Okay. It's something that's important to have your medical records, not only for yourself, but at a minimum, your spouse knows them, your kids know them, and possibly even the people in your mag know them, or at least know where they are. Because if it comes down to a situation where, again, you're incapacitated, just because your spouse knows them, what if your spouse is also incapacitated? It's little things like this that we don't think about, okay? But, you have a right under federal law to get a copy of all your medical records. I would implore everybody to do so, okay? And don't keep them on a computer. Keep a hard copy. Put them in your safe or wherever you keep, your passport, your precious metals, your marriage license, your car titles, whatever. Wherever you have that organized as to important stuff, okay? Remember, your important stuff should be in something that you can pick up, grab, and be out the door with, okay? I don't care if it's a folder, if it's a briefcase, if it's a portable safe, whatever. That's something that's important, is to have your medical records. I mean, even if we're in a less than full-blown SHTF situation, something as simple as giving blood to you, they won't do it without proof of blood type. In an SHTF situation, if it's your mag and you say, I'm O positive blood, they'll give you the matching blood type. But if you go into a local clinic, they're not going to do it without medical records. And that could be a matter of life and death for you, okay? It's the simple little things that we forget. I mean, as I was saying yesterday about containers to carry things. I mean, that's so simple and basic, and yet we don't think about it because we think about the bigger stuff, okay? We think about how much ammo to have, but not how to carry it, okay? Again, the reason why the military went to 5.56 in the first place, you guys know that whole story. It's a weight thing, okay? It's the same thing with your medical records. Why don't we have these at home? Everybody's like, well, if I change doctors, I'll just have my doctor send my medical records to somebody else. Hell, you can do that for your vet, okay? Have one vet clinic send it to the next vet clinic. You never even touch it. But what happens if your doctor, his practice disappears, he dies, he's incapacitated, computers don't work, the internet goes down, whatever? Guys, next time you see your doctor, or make a phone call to your doctor's office and say, I would like a copy of my medical records sent to me. Some of you may have access to your medical records via secured internet. Okay, VA has that. I can get my medical records. Print out a copy. Put it in a safe place. It may save your life. Pinball out.